Hello friends, welcome to my channel Sushant. Today we are at the next topic, that is concluding the attack. We are going to look at a game example where the attack was built and now black is looking to finish off the game with tactics. Well, how do we identify that now the tactics will happen? Let's look at the king side. The king position immediately tells us what is the status over there. See, 2 pawns have already moved in front of the castled king. That is one pointer or indicator of attack. Secondly, our attackers is to defenders, which is what we call assault ratio. The attackers are queen, knight and this bishop. Straight away we can see bishop eyes g3, knight eyes f2, h2, e3, queen attacks h4. And this rook which is open, many don't consider it as an attacker, but see, once the king will be opened, the rook's open file is used as a jumping place. Rook goes up and then moves to the side, which is what we call rook lift or the rook shift. And finally, this c8 bishop is also eyeing the h3 square. So all these factors show us that white has only one defender against black's 4 or 5 attackers. So the assault ratio is highly in black's favor. So black starts looking for tactics here. So the moves which he has are bishop g3, knight takes f2, very obvious ones. To some extent, knight e3, fe, g3, which is also very strong. Black starts his calculation in the line bishop g3 because he is trying to use this diagonal as well. The point is, if bg3 fg, then queen e3 check. This is the first point. I am just playing the moves so that it becomes easier to understand. Now we will try to calculate. King f1, then queen f2 mates. King h1, then knight f2 check, queen is lost, and finally kg2 allows queen f2 check, kh3 and queen h2 checkmate. But do note that after the move bg3, fg3 is by no means force. And what white will do is after bg3 will go bg4, which we term as intermezzo. Instead of making the normal capture, he captures something else. So this line we have to calculate a bit before playing. So bishop g3, bishop g4, black looked at the move, bishop f2 check, king takes f2 forced, and then see queen h4 check. Queen attacks the king, it's a check. Queen attacks the bishop. The bishop on c8 is also attacking g4. So wherever the king moves, next move bg4 or qg4 would be taken and black should have a winning game. Well, how did I come to know black should have a winning game? He recovers the piece in a different form. See, he is a piece down, but he got 3 pawns for the piece. The king is open and the attack is still on. So black could play till there. It's not necessary to calculate everything at that point. Although one can do if he is capable of doing, and one should do to improve his calculation. So let's play the moves. Bishop g3, white went bishop g4, bishop f2 check, king takes f2, queen h4 check. The game actually ended very quickly because after king f1, black played bg4. And here white chose to resign without continuing further, because the point is that, see, there is no defense to this bishop h3 check. Let's look at few ideas here. Had white played qd3, which is perhaps the only defense, then comes see bishop h3 check. If king moves to g1, then qg4 and qg2 mates next move. So queen takes h3, queen takes h3, kf2. This line is almost inevitable. It would have happened. And here, actually, many will say black can win in many ways. What is there to calculate? But just to show you a mating pattern here, see, queen e3, rook e3, queen h2, queen f5, all are looking very good. But after queen f5, see, there is a forced mate, king g2, and now the see rook joins. This rook lift is very important. It's game over. Now see, rook g6 check followed by queen h5 is an unstoppable idea. So black's position is winning and white wisely chose to resign. But we will look at one more line to understand how the game could have proceeded. Had white played the move kg2 or kg1, then black would have played see first qg4 check, capturing the bishop with a check, and now see after kh1 or h2 both see queen h3 check, improving the queen first, kg1, queen g3 check, kf1 allows bh3 mate, and after see kh1 he could well play the move rook e6. This decides the game once again. See, bishop c1 forced, controlling h6, but now there is the very strong rook g6. And once again, see, there are couple of threats. Queen h3 and g2 both mate. If rook g1, then queen h3 mates, and if queen d3, then there is queen h4 check, queen h3 mates. Finally, we have the move king f3 here, to which black would go bg4 check, kg2, queen h3 check. Now kf2 allows queen h2, kf1, bh3 mate. So king g1 forced, and here again queen g3 check. King h1 loses to bh3, and after king h1, there comes again the move rook e6. This rook e6 idea I am trying to show again and again. See, again only move bishop c1, this time the same mating pattern in a slightly twisted form. bf3 check, clearing the g5, e takes f3. See, rook e1 would also win, but see, rook g6. Again there are two threats. So queen e2 forced, and now comes see, queen h3 check, queen h2, queen f3 check, and game ends with qg2 mate. So white's decision to resign the game was perhaps correct, both opponents being very strong. I hope you are finding these lessons useful and instructive. Do let me know in the comments below. Thanks for your time.